you kindly introduce yourself briefly to the panel members?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am ASWIN. I am from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I have been brought up in Chennai, and I have completed my bachelor's in schooling from Chennai itself, sir. And I graduated in BBA LLB Honours from Tamilnadu Ambedkar Law University in the year 2021. Since then, I have been preparing for the civil service examinations.
Very good. And you studied in a school, it's called Vani Vidyalaya.
Yes, sir.
It immediately, it remembers me about a very famous person who recently passed away, who was a Padma Bhushan awardee.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell who is the person?
Sir, it's a respected singer, Vani Jairam, sir.
Yeah.
She passed away before 2 days, sir.
What is her contribution?
Sir, she has sung in both Carnatic and Hindustani music and several languages, sir. And she is well known for melodic tunes, sir.
Very good. Yes. You studied in Chinmaya school.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me something about this Chinmaya?
Sir, the Chinmaya school which I have studied comes under Chinmaya.
Not about the school.
Okay, sir.
And follow me. About Chinmaya.
Sir, expectly
Chinmayananda.
Chinmaya, yes, sir. Sir, Guruji Chinmayananda was a freedom fighter during his younger age, and in later stages of his he took a spiritual path, and his main mission is to take Gita to the doors of all the people, irrespective of communities and castes, sir. And one of the main aim was education to all, sir. So that goal has been followed by the Chinmaya mission since inception, sir.
Very good. You are a student of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Law College,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Very good. So tell me, besides his contribution to being an architect of the Constitution,
Yes, sir.
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known for his social work,
Yes, sir.
and he has also written a number of books.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what are his social contributions, and tell me one of the books that he has written.
Sir, one of the main social contribution of our B.J. Ambedkar is that irrespective of caste, especially from the person's origin, everyone should be respected for their own talent and for their own nature, rather from their birth. And his contribution especially was targeted towards the so-called untouchables. At that time they were called as Harijans. And about this exact book, I can't remember anything at present, sir.
That is okay. Because why I am asking this question, that you need to prepare DAF. Any question can be asked,
Yes, sir, sure.
like that from your DAF. Recently you will find that judiciary and parliament, they are on almost like a war path, right?
Yes,
both, making who is powerful. That kind of a censorship violates the fundamental right guaranteed under Article 19(1)(a), freedom of speech and expression.
Sir, censorship which has been backed to protect the sanctity of the sovereignty of our government has been provided by those principles, but increased censorship and arbitrary censorship will sure be a bane on the Article 19, sir. So limited censorship can be promoted, especially in case of emergency, but increased censorship in the country where we are going towards a progressive democracy, it will be an issue in the democracy, sir.
Okay. You are talking about, then do you mean to say that 19(1)(a) freedom is absolute in nature?
Sir, it is not absolute in nature, sir. It has certain exceptions, sir. But by the recent judgments and by recent speeches of the government,
Constitution doesn't provide it?
Sir, Constitution doesn't give absolute right on Article 19, sir.
Okay.
We have certain exceptions.
You heard about reasonable restriction?
Yes, sir, reasonable restrictions.
Where does it provide it?
Sir, such speeches should not affect, should not be targeted against any community, or it should be targeted against any person, which will amount to a defamation.
19(2), right?
Yes, 19(2), sir.
And we are talking about reducing the fiscal deficit. It's going up. What is this fiscal deficit? How to control this fiscal deficit?
Sir, fiscal deficit is the percentage of amount which the government takes as a loan to cover its budget, sir. The current fiscal deficit is, like I have mentioned, as 5.9 for this budget year, sir.
Yeah.
So, second bigger part of the second question is how to control fiscal deficit,
Yes.
sir. Sir, there have been several committees to control the growing physical deficit, because increased physical deficit can also lead to higher inflation in the economy. It can be controlled by taking physical prudence measures, where
exactly what do you mean by physical prudence?
Sir, physical prudence is like spending the allocated budget for more capital expenses than other revenue expenses, especially populist policies, sir. So long-term assets and infrastructures can be developed, which will not be an exact debt creation. Rather, it can be a.
You are using a word like populist schemes.
Sir.
What do you exactly mean by populist schemes?
So populist schemes are schemes which are mostly targeted to cover the people for a short-term benefit, especially for coverage of votes, sir, rather than a long-term benefit, sir.
Okay, as a student of law and also, as a civil service aspirant, recently you find in Assam, the government is taking measures to control and curb the child marriages.
Yes, sir.
So they are using 2 acts
Okay.
to control it for children below 18 years of age.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what are the acts that they are using, and is it correct?
Sir,
Because it has got different dimensions: social, technical, legal.
sir. Sir, one act I could guess is prevention of child marriage.
Are you first aware what is being done in Assam?
Sir, like I know the gist of that news, sir. Like there have been certain measures taken by, especially by the CM, sir, to cover the issue of child marriages, sir. But my apologies, sir. I don't know the intricacies of the news, sir.
Okay. Can a POXO Act can be applied to any marriage that takes place as a child marriage, as a crime under POXO Act?
Sir, there are certain exceptions in POXO, sir, especially in Muslim Marriages Act, sir. Even in the recently High Court judgment of Haryana, they have said that certain marriages below 15, within 15 years could be legalized, sir, 15 to 18 years. That period.
Discussions are going on here, this thing.
Yes,
but POXO Act provides for it?
Sir, it provides for the relief for the sexually harassed children, irrespective of the gender.
What is the age limit prescribed?
It's given as 18, sir.
18.
Yes, sir.
So anything below 18 will not be accepted, right?
Yes,
for
sir.
POXO for a woman. What is the age limit for a man?
Sir, POXO is a gender neutral act, sir. It gives for both boys and girls, sir, within 18, sir.